Is it too early to say there's a problem in Chelsea right now? Is it too early to say there's a crisis in Chelsea right now? Because trust me, that was a very, very poor performance from Chelsea. That is not a performance that befits a club like Chelsea. It's a very sad one. Last season, Chelsea's performance or bad performance started towards the end of the year, in December, actually. This season, it has started when the season started. And it's a very, very big cause for concern, because against a team like Lincon City, Chelsea should be beating this team the least 5-0 or 4-0 at least. Apart from the scoreline, yeah, there are some games that can be very, very difficult. I understand. But what about a very good performance? What about a performance that your fans can be proud of? What about a performance that shows that, yes, there is progression? What about a performance that shows that, yes, this team is going, better. This team is doing better. This team is growing better. This team is getting better than how they were last season. What about that kind of performance? But to me, it's a different case entirely with this Chelsea side. Yes, Chelsea must have won 2-1. Yes, I get it. But is this a kind of performance to put up against a team like Arsenal, a team like Manchester City, a team like Liverpool? Absolutely not. Yes, it's a second string side, I know. But there are some elements, that there are some players who can as well start for Chelsea, who started this match or who played in this game, and they gave a very bad performance. This Chelsea team are low on confidence. This Chelsea team is not that Chelsea team that can actually hold their own against a big side. Because trust me, this is a very, very poor performance. Considering an early goal against a Lincon City in League One, it would have been another embarrassing one if Chelsea lost this game against Lincon City. But kudos to Tarique George and kudos to Buonanote, who gave a very fantastic performance against this Lincon City and got Chelsea, one goal each and took Chelsea over the line. But to me, this is not the kind of performance that befits a club like Chelsea, because trust me, Chelsea defense are in crisis currently. Chelsea defense are nowhere to be found when it comes to holding their own against a big side. Chelsea defense is in total shambles. Chelsea defense is bad at this point. Because look at Chelsea defense against West Ham, they conceded first. Look at Chelsea defense against Brentford, they conceded a late goal. Look at Chelsea defense against Bayern Munich, they conceded an own goal and bad pass from Gusto to concede the third goal from Hurricane. Look at Chelsea's defense against Manchester United, they conceded a red card. Look at Chelsea defense against Lincon City, an early goal or a goal against Lincon City. So tell me, how good is this Chelsea defense to face a very big side in the Premier League or to face a very good side in the Champions League? There is a crisis in that Chelsea defense, and it's showing at this point. It's clear. So what is the essence of going into the transfer market and spending a huge amount of money, and at the end of the day, there's nothing to write home? There's no progression from last season, and there's nothing to write home for the Chelsea defense or for the Chelsea team as a whole. Are we trying to say now that the Chelsea team of last season is better than the Chelsea team of this season, despite the amount that was spent in the transfer window, or despite Chelsea winning the Club World Cup or something? Are we trying to say the last season Chelsea is better than this season? Because it's showing right now in the Chelsea performance we have seen these days. It's a very, very bad performance to me, despite the win against Lincon City. This is not a team Chelsea should be happy that they defeat 2-0, even conceding first. It's a very, very sad one. But let's get into it now. What are some points we actually took out from today's game? Because to me, there are some players that really perform very, very badly. And I have to pick out some. Only 3 players impressed me today. Number 1 is Tarique George, who got the goal. Buonanote, who got, a goal as well. And Santos, who did very well today in midfield. All right. Now, apart from those 3 players, and apart from the ones who were brought from the bench, majority of those players perform badly. Majority of them. Are we going to talk about Gittins? The pressure will start mounting on Gittins very soon, because he's not showing what he was brought for. This player was signed for 50 million euros, 47 million pounds, and he's not showing what he was brought in for. He's not doing what he was doing at Borussia Dortmund rather. Is taking time for him to adapt to the English game, and the pressure will mount soon. This is the kind of games you expect a player like Jamie Gittins to hold on and perform and probably get a goal on an assist to boost his confidence. This is those kind of games, because in the Premier League games, you don't get games as easy as this. You don't get opponents as easy as this. So this is the game I expect a player like Garnacho and a player like Gittins to actually start scoring goals or start making assists or start giving those performances that befits them being a Chelsea player. But no, it's a very bad performance for them. Look at how hard to perform badly today. Yes, it's just his very few game in Chelsea. He's just coming to the English Premier League. No, when you have an opportunity like this, you need to take those opportunities. I was not impressed with the likes of Gusto, who has been in Chelsea for 2 seasons now or so. He was supposed to show that he is a senior player in Chelsea currently. The kind of performance he's giving. Look at the performance against Bayern Munich. Bad performance to me. The performance today from Gusto was a very, very bad performance. I don't think that is the kind of performance that he needs to be showing the younger players coming through the ranks that this is how we should play for Chelsea. It's a very, very bad performance to me from Malo Gusto. The defense, that one is a total shambles. Bad performance from Chalobah and Fofana just coming back from injury. You were supposed to, yes, it takes time for you to integrate and get back to your best, but no, that was a very bad performance to me. Chalobah against Bayern Munich, you scored an own goal. Against Manchester United, it was you who played Fernandes on. Yes, you scored in that match, but today the performance from you is bad. You have not been in the best of form. Look at the performance you gave against Brentford. Not the best of performance from you. So to me, I don't think that was a very, very good performance from Chalobah today. The first goal Chelsea conceded from Enzo. A pass to, that is a very bad pass, first of all. A very wrong pass on Enzo. You were not supposed to play that pass across the back line because it's a very dangerous play and you could be capitalized on. And that was what happened today. A very bad pass from Enzo to Chalobah. Now, Chalobah should have, saved that moment. Instead of waiting for that ball to bounce, as an experienced player, you were supposed to approach the ball and get the ball off the ground. You were expecting the ball to bounce, and they capitalized and they scored. A very, very bad, an awful, mistake from Chalobah. Now, Chelsea struggled to create something out of this game. Now, the second half started, and Enzo Maresca, I don't know what you told these guys, but they did exactly what you told them in the dressing room for the second half. Because I don't want to remember the first half. The second half, Chelsea came into the game and got an early goal in the 47th minute from Tarique George. To me, I think that was a very fantastic goal from Tarique George. Also, another goal from Buonanote, which to me, I think he performed very well today. Buonanote did well today to me, and I think that was a very good goal for me as well. Give Chelsea 2 goals, ahead of Lincon City. Now, what are the 5 things we learned? Like I said, Chelsea are low on confidence. Chelsea slow starts to games is becoming a worry. It becoming a big worry. You can't continue starting games, in a very, very slow start. You can't continue starting games in this manner. Against West Ham, Chelsea started very slowly, conceded first. Against Brentford, Chelsea started very slowly, conceded first. Against Bayern Munich, Chelsea started very slowly, conceded first, and own goal from Chalobah. Against Manchester United, Chelsea started very, very slowly. He got a red card and also considered an early goal against Manchester United. So you cannot, even today again against Lincon City, Chelsea conceded first against Lincon City. So how long will you continue starting a game slowly? If you meet a team like Arsenal or a team that have a very good defense like Liverpool, once you concede first, it's over. It is done. That is the end of the game, because you cannot keep starting slowly and expect to win games, because you are going to meet teams that are very good defensively and very good keeping a low block, and you will not be able to penetrate them if you concede first. If Lincon City have enough experience, they were supposed to win the game if they could pack the balls, because Chelsea did not create anything in this game. So you cannot continue starting slowly over and over again and expect to bail yourself out of the situation. So that is another worry for Chelsea at this moment. Chelsea defense is a big worry. They cannot deal with area balls. They cannot deal with attacks from whichever way it's coming from. Chelsea defense right now in serious crisis and in total shambles. Chelsea cannot have a bad defense last season. This season having another bad defense again. So what is the essence of the transfer window? So it's a very, very bad one for Chelsea, and that needs to be fixed as soon as possible, because this Chelsea defense is nothing to write home about. Philip Jorgensen was a very big issue today. I think it was a very big disappointment today. For the fact that Chelsea has lost Sanchez through red card and he will be suspended for the next game, thereabout. Jorgensen will be in goal for Chelsea in the next match. Is this the kind of performance he would put out for Chelsea? Is this the kind of performance that shows that yes, Chelsea have goalkeeper? Chelsea do not have goalkeepers at this point. Because trust me, this is the guy that was supposed to be challenging Sanchez, but he's doing worse. So will this kind of player be able to hold his own against bigger teams? I don't think so. If you cannot deal with crosses, if you cannot deal with area balls, how can you deal with crosses against Arsenal? How can you deal with crosses against teams who rely on area balls, who rely on crosses? How can you deal with those kind of team? I think today he was a total disaster. His rating should be 2.1 or 1.5. It was a very, very bad performance from him. It was a shambles. It was a disaster for him in goal today. If Lincon City had better strikers, they would have gotten, more than one goal because of the way, Sanchez, Youngest actually, calculates area balls in going to catch and being confident in the air. He reminds me of Kepa. He doesn't do anything when it comes to area balls, and that's a sad one for him. So he has to improve because this is not the performance. This was not what he was bought for. The only positive thing out of today's game was, Tarique George. I think he was brilliant today. I think Buonanote was also very good today. I think they really performed, especially in the second half, because the first half, the whole team was really, really bad in the first half. So the second half, it was quite better, and the only positive thing was Tarique George's goal and Buonanote's goal. Estevao, I think he did very well when he came into the game. I think that was all. Nobody really impressed me like that again, apart from Santos, Buonanote, Tarique George, and Estevao, who came into the second half. But to me, I think this team needs to improve and needs to improve fast, because last season it got to December before Chelsea started seeing cracks. This season it has started as the season started. So this is not how we should be. Chelsea fans should not be complaining at this point. So something needs to be done, and done fast. Tell me what you think about this game. Tell me what you think about Enzo Maresca's, team currently, and how the team has actually performed, the defense, Jorgensen, and everything I've spoken about today. Share your thoughts in the comment. If you're new to this channel, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell. Till I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.